Now the news in details. Vice President Kashim Shettima has assured that he will support the University of Ibadan to remain the first and the best university in Nigeria and to reclaim its glory globally. He gave this assurance while receiving the management team of the university led by the Vice Chancellor, Professor Kayode Adebowale, at the Presidential Villa in Abuja. The team was there to decorate Shettima as UI at 75 Ambassador plenipotentiary. The federal government has announced the rollout of the 2025 Unity Housing Estate across 12 Nigerian states as part of President Bola Tinubu's commitments to affordable housing. Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Ahmed Dangiwa, disclosed this during an inspection in Kano, assuring contractors of prompt payment amid delays. He was accompanied by Minister of State Abdullahi Yusuf Atta and other senior officials. The federal government has confirmed it has commenced evacuation plan for a group of Nigerians stranded in Bambari, a remote town in the Central African Republic, about 850 kilometers from the capital, Bangui. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs, through its spokesperson, Kimebi Ebiefa, said officials from the Nigerian embassy in Bangui have recovered the victim's passport and dispatched a vehicle under military escort to bring them to the capital by Saturday, July 26. The response allows and follows viral videos showing the abandoned workers allegedly deserted by their sponsors, prompting swift diplomatic intervention and renegotiation for temporary shelter. The Federal Ministry of Education has reformed and refuted claims that the ministry and minimum age for admission into junior secondary school 1 has been increased to 12 years. In a statement issued in Abuja, the Director of Press, Folashade Boriwo, clarified that the official policy remains 10 years for JSS1 and 16 years for university entry. Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, reiterated that there is age benchmark are based on cognitive and emotional readiness, urging parents and media to rely solely on verified information. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, that is EFCC, has issued a public alert over rising cases of fake airline ticket promotions used by scammers to steal financial data. EFCC spokesperson Dele Oyewole explained that fraudsters use malware and social engineering to lure victims into downloading fake apps, paying tokens like 500 naira and unknowingly giving up their account details. The Commission revealed that the scheme is driven by young Nigerians who act as account suppliers and sell stolen known your customer KYC data to fintech platforms to quick cash. The lingering leadership crisis rocking the Social Democratic Party, SDP, has taken a dramatic turn as the party's National Executive Committee has disclosed the rival faction led by Shehu Gaban and Dr. Olu Ogunloye. A new leadership headed by Adamu Mobibo has now taken over the party's reins. Aniete Patrick reports.
At an emergency National Executive Committee meeting held in Abuja, 23 state chairmen, including the FCT, endorsed the formation of a new National Working Committee. Adamu Modibo was announced as acting national chairman, replacing Gabam, while other positions were filled, including Ibrahim Mohammed Biu, who now serves as financial secretary.
I spoken the mind of all the NEC members. Yes. Is that the position of all the delegates in this NEC meeting? Yes.
Thank you. The financial secretary, Ibrahim Mohammed Biu, says the party has been plagued by internal wrangling A group loyal to the National Secretary, Agunloye, had suspended Chairman Gabam over allegations of financial misconduct claims, leading to a standoff that split the party.
All other actions instituted by the former NWC members of the two factions are hereby stepped aside.
The new leadership says the crisis undermined the party's progress and its rising profile among Nigerians, including interest from prominent politicians. But the oldest National Secretary, Dr. Olu Agunloye, has rejected the NEC meeting, describing it as illegal and unrecognized by the party's constitution. In a statement, he warned members to steer clear or risk sanctions. Annie Tie, Patrick, Global Television News.
The Nigerian Senate has refuted recent social media claims that the Constitution Review Committee proposed creating 12 new states in Nigeria. Senator Abdul Ninge, representing Bauchi Central, dismissed the report as false during plenary under Order 42, clarifying that the committee has neither received any zonal review reports nor deliberated on state creation bills. Topsy Gimba has the details.
State is fake, is toxic, and is an irresponsible media outlet. So it is important, Mr. President, to take this matter to Nigerians that the Senate has not, for now, sat on any committee's report from the zonal levels. The main committee is yet to even be received.
The President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, also expressed concern about the spread of such misinformation, highlighting it.
The Federal Republic of Nigeria has not even concluded the processes of getting a final report for deliberation on constitutional amendment, and therefore no single state, proposed or otherwise, has been created. And even if that were to be the case, it will involve all the houses or assemblies in the country, and we must get their 2/3 concurrence before anything can come back to us.
Further clarifications emphasized that the ongoing constitutional review involves public hearings across Nigeria's 6 geopolitical zones, gathering suggestions, including requests for new states and local government areas, but no formal decisions or approvals have been made by the Senate or its committee. Topsy Gimba, reporting for Global Television News.
The House of Representatives has expressed its determination to ensure timely and accessible justice delivery in the Federal Capital Territory. This comes as lawmakers held a public hearing on 2 key bills aimed at strengthening the judiciary and expanding access to justice for residents. National Assembly correspondent Aniete Patrick reports.
The call for a more efficient justice system in the nation's capital echoed at the National Assembly complex in Abuja. Chairman House Committee on FCT Judiciary, Honorable Adamu Gamawa, says the House is determined to make justice delivery faster, more efficient, and accessible to all residents of the FCT, regardless of social class. The first bill seeks a constitutional amendment to increase the number of judges in the FCT, while the second proposes the establishment of lower courts with jurisdiction over both civil and criminal matters.
Well, there are 2 bills actually. One is to increase the number of judges in the FCT to at least no less than 100. We all know that the federal capital is expanding every day. People are coming in. Wherever you have so many people, you expect to have some disputes. So the burden of the cases on the present number of judges is very, very cumbersome.
Speaker of the House, Honorable Tajin Abbas, represented by the Deputy Minority Leader Honorable Aliu Madaki, reaffirmed the House commitment to judicial reforms and the rule of law.
Is a direct exercise of that constitutional mandate. It affirms our commitment to check and balances, good governance, and the rule of law.
Also speaking at the hearing, President of the Nigerian Bar Association, Afam Osigwe, declared the NBA's full support for the bills, but called for reforms in customary law practices including the removal of Section 16 of the existing provisions.
Take cognizance of the fact that Section 15, I think, has earlier made provision that it can apply principles of common law and equity. And then also now saying it should also apply principles of common law that may create a problem. And to avoid conflict of jurisdiction, as that would also implicitly suggest that since it can apply principles of common law, then it can adjudicate on common law issues.
The House says the public hearing provides an opportunity for stakeholders to exchange ideas and fine-tune the proposed legislations to achieve effective judicial reforms. Annie T. Patrick, Global Television News.
As the rainy season continues across Nigeria, many workers are finding it increasingly difficult to get to their workplaces on time due to flooding, traffic congestion, and transportation delays. Residents say while the rains bring relief from the hurts and support agriculture, they also expose the country's poor infrastructure and lack of emergency preparedness. Ubong Usoro has the detail.
The return of the rainy season in Nigeria is a mixed blessing. While farmers welcome the showers, urban dwellers, especially office workers, are left to battle flooded streets, impassable roads, and long waits for transportation. For many, the struggle begins before sunrise.
It's not easy at all to get to work. Even though you have umbrella, it's not still easy. So we find it difficult. To me, I think what they can do is that maybe if they can provide this transportation, these buses.
Especially places like Masaka, we have some error places there that don't have good road. So we workers, if we want to come out, if there is road, the road is very good. So we can be able to come out because of the vehicles. Some
Nigerians suggested companies should provide transport logistics allowance for late coming as a result of the rains.
Worry them. If rain they fall like this, if rain they fall from one place, maybe just cool down for the staff. Maybe just come down. If no come work, you gonna say okay, this one no come work. Rain no fall, no come work. But when I say they still they come work, you know say na rain just there.
It's not been easy. If the management can consider the staff, if they don't have the capacity to provide the staff with a bus, I think if there's a way they can give little time, if parental in the workplace they are giving them 8 o'clock as a resumption time, if they can be given 15 more minutes as a chance for late coming.
As the rains persist, Nigerian workers are forced to make difficult adjustments, leaving home earlier, spending more on transport, and enduring unsafe conditions. The season, though essential for the country's ecosystem, continues to reveal major gaps in infrastructure and urban planning. Ubong Usoro for Global Television.
You're watching the live broadcast of News Cycle. When News Cycle returns, Super Falcons aim for 10th WAFCON title in final versus Morocco. Details coming shortly, plus business and foreign stories on the other side of this break. Stay with us. Welcome back from that break. Now let's take you to the world of business, where President Bola Tinubu has met with power generation companies at the presidential villa, where he pledged to settle long-standing debt owed to the sector through a 4 trillion naira bond program. According to Presidential Advisor on Energy, Olu Vahiyem, the president granted anticipatory approval for the bond but insisted on full audit verification before disbursement. Tinubu assured Gencos that the debt would be honored transparently. The Naira recorded a marginal gain against the US dollar to close the week at 1,534.722 Akobo. This is according to the Central Bank of Nigeria's report. This represents a 0.05% appreciation compared to previous delays rate of 1,533.79 naira. Earlier in the week, the naira showed minor fluctuation, trading as low as 1,535.62 naira. As the price of goods and services continue to come down, palm oil, which is brought to Kano from southern parts of Nigeria, has reduced significantly. Traders in Kano told our correspondent that although it's rainy season, but palm oil, which used to be cost, is gradually coming down. Idris Jibrin has the rest of the story.
This is called Galadima Market in Kano. It is from here that palm oil brought from southern Nigeria is distributed to other parts of northern Nigeria. Lately, palm oil has been very expensive in Kano, but with the recent reduction in price of food items across the state, traders say the price of palm oil is significantly coming down. According to traders, the reduction in price of palm oil is attributed to the recent drop in Nigeria's high cost of living, which is why the market forces force the price to come down. Although there are challenges, which include high cost of transportation and the lack of inadequate capital among these traders, but the traders are hopeful that things will improve in the next coming days. From Kano, Idris Jibrin reporting for Global Television News.
On to the foreign scene, at least 3 people were confirmed dead as Russia and Ukraine exchanged strike overnight, according to officials in Dnipro and Russia's Rostov region. 1 person died in a high-rising building in Dnipro following a Russian missile attack, while Russian authorities said 2 were killed in a car fire caused by a Ukrainian drone. Ukrainian cities, including Kharkiv and Zaporizhia, also reported extensive bombardment using ballistic missiles and drones as President Zelensky renewed calls for peace talks. Now to the world of sport. The Super Falcons find out for today's final of the 2024 Women's African Cup of Nations WAFCON in Rabat, Morocco. President Bola Tinubu has charged the team to lift the trophy in a message he penned personally. The president commended the team for its fine run in the tournament, and the nation is grateful, rooting for its triumph tonight. The delegation comprises the Minister of Arts, Culture, Tourism, and the Creativity Economy, Hannatu Musawa, the Minister of State for Finance, Doris Uzoka Anite, the Minister of Women Affairs, Iman Suleiman Ibrahim, and the Chairman of the National Sports Commission, Shehu Diko, among others. The Africa's Strongest Arm go head-to-head at Day 2 of the 14th African Arm Wrestling Championship alongside the 7th Para-Arm Wrestling Showdown is gripping the continent with a force like never before. And right now, Nigeria leads the medal table with 24 golds. Our correspondent, Samuel Odi, has more.
Currently ongoing at the Package B Complex Hall at the Moshood Abiola Stadium, Abuja, fans and 400 fierce competitors from 20 different African countries are present for this year's championship, showcasing elite athletes from across the continent, and the action has been nothing short of electrifying. From lighting fast spins to grueling showdowns that left crowds breathless, African finest are giving it all at the medal table. But it's Team Nigeria still in the spotlight, leading the medal table with a stunning 24 gold medals and counting. The Nigerian squad, both in the main and power categories, have shown unmatched strength, technique, and team spirit, citing a gold standard for African arm wrestling. Meanwhile, Cameroon, Ghana, and Benin battle hard behind. With more matches still to come and the rival nations hungry to close the gap, the championship is far from over, One thing's for sure, the grip of greatness on the full display, and Africa is watching every second. Samuel Odi for Global Television News.
That's it on Global TV News Express. A quick reminder that Global TV is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms now showing on your screen using @Global TV NG. I am Ramsey Enoch Agbo. Thank you for watching.